In a small village surrounded by a dense forest, there lived a girl named Nourah. She was a curious and kind-hearted girl who loved nature and spent most of her time exploring the forest and caring for animals. She knew every corner of the forest and every sound it made. One day, while wandering through the trees, Nourah heard a strange sound, like a whimper. She followed the sound until she reached a dark spot under a large tree. There, she found a small lion cub with an injured leg, clearly in pain and frightened. Despite her initial fear, Nourah decided to help the lion. She approached him carefully, whispering soothing words to calm him down. She brought him water from the nearby river and used medicinal herbs she had learned about from her grandmother to treat his wound. She named him David and decided to care for him until he recovered. As the days passed, David healed and regained his strength. But Nourah noticed something unusual. David, despite being a lion, was afraid of almost everything. Nourah, who had always thought lions were naturally brave, was surprised by David's fear. But she decided not to leave him alone. She told him, "It's okay to be afraid, but bravery is about facing your fears. I'll teach you how to be brave." Nourah began taking David on walks through the forest, encouraging him to explore new places. At first, David resisted, but Nourah stayed by his side, calming him and reminding him of his strength. Gradually, David began to gain confidence. One day, while wandering through the forest, they heard a loud cry. They followed the sound and found a young child from the village trapped by a hungry wolf. The child was crying, and the wolf was slowly closing in. Nourah felt fear, but she looked at David and said, "This is your moment. You can save him." David, who was trembling at first, remembered Nourah's words about bravery. He took a deep breath and stepped forward with steady steps toward the wolf. He let out a powerful roar that scared the wolf away, saving the child. David and Nourah returned to the village as heroes. Everyone talked about the brave lion who had saved a child from a wolf. For the first time, David felt proud of himself. After that incident, David became more confident. But Nourah wanted to teach him that bravery isn't just about big moments. It's also about small acts of kindness. One day, while walking through the forest, they heard a sound like crying. They followed it and found a small bird trapped in a giant spider's web. Nourah tried to free the bird, but the web was too strong. David, who had once been afraid of small things, stepped forward confidently this time. Using his claws carefully, he tore the web and freed the bird. As the bird flew away, it circled around them as if to say thank you, then sang a beautiful song before disappearing into the sky. Over time, the forest became a safer place thanks to Nourah and David. The animals trusted them, and the villagers saw them as symbols of cooperation between humans and nature. Even the children began visiting the forest to learn from Nourah. One night, as Nourah and David sat under the stars, they talked about all the adventures they had shared. Nourah smiled and said, "You know, David, you've taught me that bravery isn't just about strength, it's also about the heart." David looked at her gratefully and thought to himself, "I was afraid, but having you by my side helped me find the courage within me." And so, Nourah and David continued their journey, not just as friends, but as messengers of kindness and bravery. Their story became a legend, told to future generations as a reminder that courage is built through faith, love, and mutual support. And that each of us can be brave if we have someone who believes in us.